How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the hay farm. I know in my last video I said no more new projects this year, but turns out I lied. So let's talk about the garden. Nice retaining wall, bunch of garden boxes, all the good stuff that, is finishing the other projects we started. Do an intro and an outro in one here because this shenanigans took me a while to complete. As you guys will see in the footage, I made 2 of these beds prior to filming, and then I'm turning the wrong direction. Did this 3rd one over that shoulder on camera and built a 4th one. I don't know what I'm looking at, but yeah, built a 4th one then, backfilled everything with wood chips, so it's looking mighty fine. They're made out of cedar fence posts, and we'll roll some footage here of actually putting one together. And then at the end, I'll talk about what we filled them with. Let's fill some garden beds. Next up, because it's got to look nice, is mitered corners. So dress up these buggers real nice. So what I'm doing now is replacing a bunch of the screws that I already put in, because with how thin these fence pickets are, it's really hard to find screws that short that don't really poke through. And I have some pan head that they're giving me some really good holding power, but I can't drive them in deep when I connect the corners. And on these types of pieces, I'll need to go through deep. So I'm switching out the regular head screws that I used for the pan heads, and hopefully that works out for me. See, now that you saw how I built these, the way we filled these is 3 of the 4, we put some branches and logs up to about 4 to 5 inches in diameter in the bottom, and topped it with what my landscape supply place calls natural mulch, which is all the over processings, dumping, stuff like that. So it's like 50% kind of dirt and bark and 50% wood chips. From there, the 3rd one we did just straight green wood chips on the bottom and no sticks. From there we got a nice 10, maybe not quite 10, 8-inch layer of horse manure compost, and then topped it up off the top with just some bags of garden soil from the store. So we're hoping that that gives us a nice soil profile, a lot of nutrients, holds moisture well in these raised beds, and we'll see how that goes. But that's what's in there. They're mostly planted, and tonight I'm gonna continue to expand on this just a little bit and talk more about it. So we used some concrete retaining blocks to make a tier, and our plan is to now expand that out for a second lower tier. We haven't done that yet. It'll probably be the fall or next spring when we do that. So in the meantime, what I have in here is I dug a pit, filled it with the horse manure compost, and have potatoes as well as onions and garlic in it. Some of these potatoes are getting tall enough now where I can recover them and continue to get them kind of covered in more area to grow. At least that's how I've been told potatoes work. And then we'll move over to this side behind me and talk about what I'm doing on either of the ends. So then on the sides here, which again will be part of that lower tier, I basically tore up the bottom layer of dirt with the bobcat, brought in some of the manure compost, rototilled it all up, and this is for all of Kristen's cutting flowers. You can start to see some of them popping up here. So hopefully that works out well, because last year we just kind of planted them in the native soil and they did not fare super well. It's just It's not really great for growing stuff. It's hard, it doesn't drain well, or it doesn't hold water either, so like it's just a mess. So hopefully amending it with the compost is going to do us wonders. And that leads me to tonight and this side, where we're going to do the same thing. And you can see I started a little bit tearing this up. We have a lot of rock pan on the bottom of it, which is part of why the soil needs help. So I'm going to jump in the machine, tear this up, bring some compost in, and hopefully then she can get everything planted that she wants to over here. I believe that this side is mostly for viney plants, squash, cucumber, watermelon, etc. I think she wanted to do corn somewhere, but I'm not sure where, so maybe that's in here with sunflowers, but we'll find out. I'm not in charge, that's not my department. So not much more. Let's actually make one of these beds right now. And there you have it. Another section, tier, whatever, turned over, composted, you name it, that hopefully it grows better than last year, which was like crap. So I think that's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching. This has been the Garden Expedition 2024. If you did and you don't mind, please give me the thumbs up, like button, whatever nonsense people call it these days. Subscribe, and until next time, have a great day.